Yo, 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 SnoopMom and Moms! SnoopMom here. It's been a while since I've got to filming. There has been a lot of personal things going on, as I know all of you can relate in this time of COVID, but I need to rip the Band-Aid and get back on here and continue my mission to help all of you with a better birthing experience and beyond. So before I get into today's topic, which is just going to feature the SnoopMom, I would love to ask for your help and your support. Because my mission is to share all of the knowledge and wealth with as many as I can, I need help from all of you subscribers to, if you haven't already, share this video if you think you know someone that would be benefit from it, and or if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button below and make sure you are on this journey with me. So getting into the meat of things, today I wanted to take some time on the birthing story. And this is not as well known here in the US as it is globally. And for those that have been following SnoopMom and my mission, it really is to shed greater wisdom and knowledge and looking at the birthing process, the healing process, the recovery process from a global lens, and not denying ourselves of education from around the globe. So birthing story is something that is incredibly powerful. A lot of emotion is tied up with that, but I think a lot of us here in the US don't give it a lot of time and or thought at all, if at all any. And so I wanted just to highlight the process and some study and research that has been done around birthing stories. So I'm going to reference this book, The Fourth Trimester. If you haven't seen it, please look at it. I will link a copy below. This author, Kimberly Johnson, also has a podcast, and she is a wealth of knowledge, so I will absolutely link a lot of her info below. But, fascinating in her chapter, she dedicates some time to the birthing story, and I wanted just to reference some research that she had done. Basically, in other countries, a lot of hospitals even will encourage mothers to write out their birthing story as soon as they have enough energy to actually do it. And the study that she references is actually out of Italy, and they actually give you exact directions. So I'm going to read this briefly. Once the door of your room is closed, write down for 10 to 15 minutes continuously without lifting your pen from the paper the thoughts and feelings that you had during labor and delivery. It is important for us that you describe also your most secret feelings and thoughts which you have not told nor would tell to anyone. It is essential that you let yourself go and come into contact with your deepest emotions and thoughts. In other words, write what happened, how you lived through this experience, and how you feel about it. Everything you write will remain strictly confidential. So I just look at this and think it's pretty fascinating that the hospital would encourage something like this. Just some free form writing of everything you experienced. Again, in the US, we very much discount birth, and it's just looked at in a different way. And so, I just was reflecting back kind of when we ask each other, hey, how did the birth go? Of course, it's with good intention, but typically our answers are, oh, it was really hard. I had to get an epidural and the nurses couldn't find my vein. And that's the extent of our story. It really doesn't go anywhere beyond the surface, and I would love to help women understand that we should change that. Again, referenced in this book, there is a study done, and I will put the references below, but essentially it's saying that after recording your birthing experience, many women actually experienced no postpartum depression and or signs of. So there's a lot of research that is showing basically if you can get real with your story, real with your feelings, there is a good benefit to that. And if we can help alleviate any bad symptoms post-birth, then I say we are all for it. So yeah, just kind of going into some of the granularities around your birthing story, beyond being able to write it out as soon as you feel that you can hold a pen to paper. You know, writing has been proven to be the best method to tell your story, even if you're not a classic journaler, just to truly take a moment, shut your eyes, take in some big, slow breaths, and start from that moment of labor, because again, many of us will not get to do birth more than a few times, and every time is special and every time is an experience, and a lot can happen in your labor and through the birthing process that potentially has implications for years to come. And it's really nice to have a written record of your experience to potentially pinpoint things that are happening in your years to come. And what I wanted to say beyond writing, you know, there's some other creative forms. If you're more of the creative type, you know, you can draw a picture of what your experience was. I will share a quick story with you. Getting through labor, I chose the natural unmedicated birth with both of my children, and I remember to get through my daughter the first time I went into labor, when I was being coached to take these big deep breaths, so much so that I needed to breathe for two of us. The visual that came to mind, which is random, but I loved it, right? I was also sitting in the shower on a birthing ball, bouncing around in the hospital, and I kept thinking about being this big humpback whale, and how baby whales kind of sit on top of mamas, that I was visioning giving my breath to my daughter like as a whale and passing it on to this baby whale, and we were just kind of going through waves and motions, and that was the imagery that played out. So had I taken the time to probably capture my birthing story, and if I knew how to draw, that's the other problem, I would absolutely be probably drawing this picture of a big mama humpback whale and her little calf in the ocean and breathing. So yeah, this is another vehicle. And then the other option is that you can simply voice record. We all have these awesome smartphones nowadays. For all of you watching this 10 years from now, I'm sure this is going to be obsolete. We probably won't even have smartphones. But for now, you can actually take a verbal recording of your experience, which is also just a really cool way to capture details, so that you're not writing pages. But all of that to be said, I just wanted to take a moment to explore the birthing story, and again, how incredibly impactful this process is to relive some of those emotions, those aches, those pains, those victories, those triumphs, and have a record of it. So think about it. Again, thank you for tuning in. If you feel that someone could benefit from this, I ask that you share this video. Keep watching, and until the next time, we out. Peace.